The Publius Enigma is a puzzle connected with Pink Floyd's 1994 album, The Division Bell. It was perhaps the first internet-based promotion for a major band, coming at a time before most artists or record labels had any kind of official internet presence. Known designers of the puzzle include Storm Thorgerson and Richard Wright. Publius. The Publius Enigma is named after a messenger calling himself Publius, who posted clues on a Pink Floyd internet newsgroup soon after the launch of the Division Bell World Tour. These cryptic posts claimed that there was an enigma hidden within the album, and that an unspecified reward awaited the person or persons to solve the puzzle. The Division Bell is not like its predecessors. Although all great music is subject to multiple interpretations, in this case, there is a central purpose and a design solution. For the ingenious person or group of persons who recognizes this, and where this information points to, a unique prize has been secreted. Many Pink Floyd fans were skeptical, so Publius agreed to provide proof of his authenticity. On 16 July 1994, he delivered a prediction. Monday, July 18th, East Rutherford, New Jersey, approximately 10:30 p.m. Flashing white lights. There is an enigma. On the night in question, at approximately 10:30 p.m. during the concert, white lights in front of the stage spelled out the words Enigma and Publius while the band performed as predicted. Video of the giant stadium event can now be seen on YouTube. Confirmation of the enigma was given again nearing the end of the tour, this time to a much larger audience. On 20 October 1994, during a televised concert at Earl's Court, London, the word enigma was projected in large letters onto the backdrop of the stage. The projection can be seen on the PULSE concert video during the song Another Brick in the Wall. The word enigma that appeared projected on the stage during Another Brick in the Wall Part 2 was originally the word with no embellishments. On the PULSE video, embellishments were added so that it could still be seen, but was less obvious. On the PULSE DVD, it was overlaid with L equals MC squared, which changed to E equals MC squared. It is quite clear the footage had been extensively edited to remove the word enigma in all but the final few frames before the flash of light, when it is still clearly visible, with no embellishments other than the scribbles that covered the screen a few seconds before. At the end of the concert, the logo for the DVD authoring company Das Boot uses an Enigma machine as their logo, a subtle reminder that the enigma was still unsolved. Some die-hard enigma hunters have invested years of hard work to find a solution to the enigma presented by Publius. Genesis. 3 years after the last Publius message in 1997, another anonymous messenger, calling himself Genesis, appeared claiming to be a successor to Publius. Little conclusive proof of any connection to Pink Floyd was given. The Genesis messenger had indeed brought together many Pink Floyd fans with the hopes of solving the enigma. It is not certain, but a few Publius Enigma hunters believe that the Genesis messenger is in fact the Publius of earlier times reorganized in a newer fashion and referring to it as a new beginning. From 1997 to 2007, Genesis delivered upwards of 60 cryptic messages to the newsgroup alt.music.pinkfloyd. The Genesis messages differed a great deal from those that Publius posted. The Genesis post stated clearly that it was necessary to combine both the Publius posts and the Genesis posts to break a rather difficult code that would have provided the solution to the enigma. Genesis also stated that Pink Floyd music, artwork, and public media other than that was contained in the Division Bell album and CD booklet, will also have provided the same solution. Messages from Genesis often contain cryptic clues that, when unraveled, invoked wonder in many as to the authenticity of Genesis. The messages also often contain promises to the solvers of the puzzle, great fortunes, and global-scale celebrations. In that moment, nobody alive will grasp the celebration that will instill upon you the master of your own new beginning and that of the most wonderful band still alive today, P.F. Some of the Genesis messages, when combined with those from Publius, have led to the discovery of anomalies never before detected within certain Pink Floyd media. Current status of the Enigma. In April 2005, Pink Floyd drummer Nick Mason stated that the Publius Enigma did exist, and that it had been instigated by the record company, rather than the band. That was a ploy done by EMI. They had a man working for them who adored puzzles. He was working for EMI and suggested that a puzzle be created that could be followed on the web. The prize was never given out. To this day, it remains unsolved. Nick Mason, during a book signing of his biographical work Inside Out, A Personal History of Pink Floyd, in 2005, had revealed that the Enigma was real, and that the prize was a crop of trees planted in a clear-cut area of forest. Apparent clues to the existence and validity of the Enigma have appeared in releases of Pink Floyd-related media up to 2005, including some releases not connected to EMI. The artwork for the mini-disc release of A Momentary Lapse of Reason contains the words Publius and Enigma. The words Publius Enigma can be heard spoken just before the song One of These Days on the 2003 DVD release of Pink Floyd Live at Pompeii Universal. Storm Thorgerson's cover for John Harris's book The Dark Side of the Moon, published by HarperCollins in 2005, prominently includes the word Enigma alongside an ellipsis, a regular feature of Genesis' clues. But perhaps the most intriguing clue to surface suggesting that the Enigma is authentic came on June 11, 2005, when the band agreed to reunite for live. Sources at PubliusEnigma.com reported that a forum poster named Publius Enigma had predicted this event with posted clues involving the number 11-11, exactly a year earlier to the day, June 11, 2004. It was later revealed that Publius Enigma was posting under several monikers in the message board, which brought about doubts about his credibility despite the accurate prediction. PubliusEnigma.com was soon hacked after the website's owner erased Publius Enigma's clues, citing fraud, leaving many enigmatists feeling disillusioned. Though sources did not report the agreement until June 12th, according to the press, the actual reconciliation happened on June 11th. It is widely known among the Publius Enigma community that Publius made his debut post on June 11, 1994, exactly 11 years to the day earlier. Some have suggested that this is directly related to the clue found on the inside of the Division Bell booklet, which reads Elf-Elf, which is German for 1111. Interestingly enough, Pink Floyd were scheduled to play at Live 8 in Hyde Park, London, around 9 to 10 p.m. Due to the show running late, their set was delayed, and they didn't take the stage until shortly after 11 p.m., London time. At 11:11 p.m., as predicted by Publius Enigma earlier that year, Roger Waters and David Gilmour were playing their first show together after a quarter of a century. There is also a movie currently in production entitled 11:11, which features Pink Floyd's High Hopes as its title track. The theme of the movie seems to mirror the theme of the song, which is loosely based on the split from childhood to adulthood. On March 6, 2006, David Gilmour released his solo album, On an Island. It has recently come to light that the release date of this album was precisely 11 years and 11 months, 11/11, after the US release date of The Division Bell on April 5, 1994. With OAI being released exactly 30 days, one average month, before the official 12th anniversary of the US release date of TDB, it is hard to dismiss this as coincidence. Solutions. The car from High Hopes painted in the puzzle piece lends some direction to the location of the missing piece of the puzzle found at 522 in High Hopes. Essentially, puzzle pieces are little keys, part of a bigger picture. 6. CDC by Y, with the help of DS. This solution found exacting relationships between the page numbers, the piano composition of the first track, Cluster 1, the glyph on page 2 of the booklet, as well as the glyphs which featured on the balloons in the High Hopes music video. It involved locating a missing key, which was the piano note D, and displacing this missing note with two other singular notes, C and C, in the final part of the piano, into 3 dots featured inside the booklet and on the spine of the CD cover. Played together, the notes C and D on piano represent a basic example of what makes a piano cluster. Incidentally, the dissonance of the tuning in the specially made Foundry bell in the final track High Hopes was turned prominently to C, with D harmonics. Another possible path to a solution. This solution found connections to the sacred Mayan date of December 21st, 2012, at precisely 11:11 Universal Time. At this exact time, an alignment of the Sun and the center of our galaxy will occur. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to push like and subscribe button for more.